Get out of the way. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF Friday Night Smackdown. I, Corey Graves, here with Ashley Williams and with Wade Barrett. And today on Friday Night Smackdown, we're going to see Godzilla or Godzilla here. And he's shifted again. Corey Graves says every film that he's ever been in, from Toho to Sony to, to Warner Brothers, he's shifted the way he looks, Godzilla, King of the Fiends, or Kaiser the Fiends, Corey Graves says. You might think that he's being booked here today, Ashley Williams said, out of the grounds that he is astronomer or Caron's foster brother, Ashley Williams says. Corey Graves, I can tell you one thing right now, Corey and Ashley. I don't care what grounds the white Godzilla or Godzilla is here today. I'm just happy that we know what we're doing here today. Here he comes now, Corey Graves says. Well, not so, not yet. We do have to know that there is, going to be someone, who wants to start something with someone, whoever that need be. So, here it is. Here comes Santos Escobar. So a lot of folks seem to think that I should be frightened of Godzilla or Godzilla or whatever you want to call them. Well, I'm not. And here today, I'm here to tell everybody that, that I'm the one who wants to fight him. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to be it. Okay, I lost him now. Great. Yeah, the one I wanted is the one I ended up losing. Great. Get up. Well, you got no choose but to put me back out there. Since you lost the one that you wanted to get out in the first stead. You missteaded the one you wanted to get out in the first stead. He didn't misstead anyone. He didn't misstead anyone. He didn't misstead anyone, Drew McIntyre says. They didn't misstead me. And I'm going to tell you right now that I should be bloody stand up in this ring. There isn't any grounds why I can't stand up. And two, it should be me fighting Seth Rollins for the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings. But I know if I beat one rear hole, that everyone out there seems to have so much on look for, that would be Godzilla or Godzilla, King of the Fiends. And what's Bjorn's about? He isn't the first fiend to ever, do things. Is that right? Alright, yeah, alright, Godzilla says. Okay, Godzilla says, I'll give it to you. Yeah, I'm not the first. Yeah, you're right. I'm not the first big fiend out there, Drew McIntyre. You're right. Before me, there was King Kong. And then even before me, there was the Fiend of the 5,000 Phantoms, or whatever. And then I came along. And then, God forbid, because once I came along, everyone started making big effortless Fiend films. I mean, Danish Land had Vertilicus. The 4-1 Kingdom had Gorgo. I mean, King Kong started making sundriest new make on over again. And before you know it, there were all these sundriest other, Cloverfield, whatever, Reptilion, I don't care. But the thing is, you're right, I'm not the first big effortless fiend, Drew McIntyre. But I somehow got the rank of King of the Fiends or Kaiser of the Fiends, I don't know why. You want to know how you got that rank? When Toho wanted to bring Godzilla to the English-speaking world, they didn't really know how to do it. So they got to deal with some other business, and they brought in show player Stephen Martin and then started filming all kinds of things around it. And then they shifted it out. And then they go, oh, we need a cool name if we're going to free this out to the English-speaking world. I know, Godzilla, King of the Fiends, even though you ain't no bloody king and he ain't no bloody Kaiser. And Drew McIntyre, you ain't no bloody Highlander. Yeah, I am, Drew McIntyre said. I am from the Highlands. Yeah. But you're not like Duncan MacLeod, the Highlander. The one who lived forever. The one who couldn't die. He kept living forever. But I take that back because you had to cut their head off, and that's the way they could truly die. But then I'm starting to think of it, Drew McIntyre. I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm stopping to think of it, that's who you think you are. You think you're Duncan MacLeod. You truly think that. Only instead of, having a sword and cutting the Undying's head off, making them dying and dead, you like to kick folks in the rear and drop them with future shot, DDTs, whatever that stands for. So you're not the first either to do shit like that. I know, Godzilla, that I can beat you, because you're nothing more than a deadweight lindworm, whatever the bloody hell you are. I'm going to beat you right now. Is that right, huh? Okay, let's do it then, Godzilla says. Come on, let's do it. You whack me down with your tail. I don't care if you are Astronoma's, Corona or Astronoma's fostered brother or whatever. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Yeah, come on. Come on, I hit you and shit. I hit and knocked you down with my tail. You're all talk, that's what you are. You think you're gonna get on look by fighting me. Shit. You think that you're going to get on look from fighting me. You think folks are going to fear you if you beat me. Well, guess what? You're not. Hey, stand up. Stand up! What the fuck is always wrong with these dolls on to stand up? Hey, Drew McIntyre. You're not going to be doing anything to my fostered brother, Godzilla or Godzilla or whatever his name is. Yeah, not doing any of that. You're not doing it. Shit. I hate wakefulness. It is a son of a bitch. Yeah, and you're not going to be doing it either. You know what? Astronomer said, fuck! Well, there goes the ring again. Stop falling off! Alright, you're not going to be doing anything to my fostered brother, Godzilla. Or Godzilla, or whatever you want to call him. You want to fight him in a match? Okay, I want to see myself, so you want to fight him in a match? Well, you got it. So, here today, on Friday Night Smackdown, we're going to see Godzilla, or Godzilla, whatever he wants to call himself, take on Drew McIntyre, Astronomer says. And knowing my brother, Godzilla, or Godzilla, foster it or not, he's going to beat you. And I'll tell you what, Ecliptor says, I know Godzilla, and it's going to take a lot to put him down. And even when you do put him down, he's still going to come back for more, Ecliptor goes. Well, we heard the match, got made. The match that got made between, the match that... the match that Astronomer, or stand up, or, the match where Astronomer or Corone made here today on Friday Night Smackdown between Drew McIntyre and Godzilla, or Godzilla. Oh, he just Claymore kicked it down Godzilla and his tail came off. Yeah, your tail came off. Hey, I'll help you out, mate. I'll put your bloody tail right back in so I can bloody knock it right off again. Oh, come on. It won't go in anymore. Oh, fuck. The thing's broke. How the fuck did that happen? Yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to put film around it or over sticky ooze on it. Fuck. I'm gonna have to over sticky ooze that tail on. Well, and it looks like Drew McIntyre may have thought he got the upper hand on Godzilla or Godzilla here today, and his tail broke off. We're gonna have to over sticky ooze the tail back on. Corey Graves says. I tell you one thing, Ashley Williams said. Oh, Godzilla just hit Drew McIntyre with the stunner. And Godzilla or Godzilla is going to get the 1, 2, 3 here, but I think at the end of the day, I believe he's going to want to do a lot more to him. Yeah, this is for breaking the tail off my other self. Well, I can tell you one thing, Ashley Williams said. I don't think Drew McIntyre meant for the tail to break off. We're going to have to over sticky ooze that back on. Godzilla, Godzilla hitting Drew McIntyre down with the tail, Corey Graves said. No, I believe the tail breaking off, Ashley Williams says. That was a mishap. And if we can't over sticky ooze the tail back on, we'll have to put film back on. If the film don't work, we'll have to throw the doll out, Ashley Williams says. I believe that's going to be a really bad thing to have to throw a Godzilla doll out once you already bought it. Wade Barrett says. Oh, he just hit Godzilla, hit him with his tail. And now with the stunner. Oh. Is that going to happen or not? We'll see. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. Here is your winner. Godzilla or Godzilla. And we know that's going to give Drew McIntyre, something to bitch about, Corey Graves says. He's going to give him something to bitch about, sadly, about how he lost to Godzilla or Godzilla here today on Friday Night Smackdown. You know, Corey Graves says, yeah, that's going to be true, Ashley Williams said. At the end of the day, we're going to have to either, film, get the film, put over sticky ooze on the tail, And I fought, and at the end of the day, I truly thought that we had more film than that. Well, I don't think they really meant for the tail to break off, Corey Graves said. And you could see that was Drew McIntyre taking the upper hand on Godzill's tail coming off. But it's not like he goaled it to happen. And doesn't that go again? And when he goaled that to happen, Corey Graves says, he even was going to help put his tail back on. No, and that goes against the Drew McIntyre we know. Because the way that Drew McIntyre behaves now, he would not help someone. But I guess Ashley Williams says Drew McIntyre probably was going to put Godzilla's tail back on so he can knock it off again. So at the end of the day, he wasn't really being that helpful. Ashley Williams says. No, it wasn't, Wade Barrett says. Drew McIntyre believed that if he beat Godzilla or Godzilla... Fuck. Come on! Okay, he believed if he would beat Godzilla or Godzilla, he believed, Wade Barrett said, it would get folks to fear him, and that folks would also onlook him at the same time. But sadly, it doesn't look like this film is working. Doesn't look like this film is working. Fuck. Well, Corey Graves said, I'm telling you, we still have to fuck around a little to get some time until we can get film that we're going to hold the tail on. Well, like we were saying, Wade Barrett says, Drew McIntyre thought that if he would beat Godzilla somehow, some way, fuck. And the film had to fuck itself up. Like it. Well, okay, we fucked around too much. We just have, Bob Walk talk with Drew McIntyre now. Alright, Bob Walk says, I'm going to be talking with Drew McIntyre now. Drew McIntyre, you did not get the onlook or the fear you wanted. Bob Walk, how do you know if I wanted fear or onlook? Godzilla or Godzilla, whatever you call him, he's damn lucky. But hey, his tail broke off, and it might not be skilled to put his tail back on. And so they might just have to throw that one out in the same day they got it. Well, that's the mean thing to say, Bob Walk says. Well, I stopped caring what folks thought of me. I stopped caring about folks guilting me, shaming me, and scathing me for things. But Drew McIntyre, do you believe this mindset, this stand, is going to help you become the TWF heavyweight fighter for the 30th time? I believe it will. That's what I believe. I truly believe that it will help me. And I will be the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter again. So I think it's a good mindset and a good stand. Oh, and I just hope Godzilla or Godzilla gets his tail back on, because it would be a shame if we had to throw that bloody one out. Well, that's my talk with Drew McIntyre. Back to you, Corey Graves. Well, thank you, Bob Walk, for talking with Drew McIntyre here today on Friday Night Smackdown. And that's all the time we got here. I, Corey Graves, Ashley Williams, and Wade Barrett. We hope you like Friday Night Smackdown, and we'll see you tomorrow for Rampage or